Hello everyone, welcome to the next day of my 30-day project. We're in KVK week again, and just wanted to discuss a few things with KVK. We just did Eternities today because it's Tuesday, which means it's also Gathering Day, as well as Roulette Day on the Kingdom of Power. So every day of the Kingdom of Power, you want to try to get more points than your opponent. And to do this is you do the sub-phase targets. On day one, it's, charms, research using your dust, upgrading using your true gold, and then speed ups and intel missions. Most people saved their intel missions from the day before and just did a bunch of intel missions to get some of the points. I raised one of my charm gears and did a couple of true gold research with the true gold dust. I didn't rank very high because we are winning, so I'm not trying to expend more than I need to. And everybody's kind of doing well together. Today, I'm not ranked very high at all. I didn't spin the wheel very much, and I didn't do any of these. I didn't upgrade any heroes. I didn't spend any of my dust or true gold. I did do some gathering, so that's actually where most of my points came from. But you can see I only spun the wheel 40 times today. Most people are going to spin this 120 times today, or even 150 times today. So that's why I'm ranked so low, is because a lot of people spun it a lot more. But I don't really need Rosa shards, so I just spun it a couple of times just to get some points. We're still ahead today, so we don't really need to do anything. But we're prepping for tomorrow. Tomorrow's pet advancement. I have a lot of stuff for pet advancement that I can do. Governor gear charms again. You can roll the roulette again. You can do that up to 150 times a day. Some people will actually do it all 300 times, but doing it more than 120 is kind of a waste of resources. And probably the most point wise that you can get for this day is going to be your hero shards. We are at the end of a season. We're actually getting Generation 5 heroes tomorrow. So a lot of people are already going to have fully upgraded heroes and don't really need to do any more than that. And you can do intel missions again. So I don't expect many people are going to do much stuff other than roulette and pet advancement tomorrow. And then day 4, you get charms again. Charms is like all of this event, so you can do it pretty much any day. But 4-chamber widgets and Mithril are really big on this day, but they're also big on day 5, at least for the most part, because this has most of the tasks that you can do. But most people will get their points this day through troop training. That's why they call day 4 troop day. And you can also get gathering points. Now for troops, most people still have tier 10 troops. You get 60,000 points per tier 10 troop. There is people that say there's a trick to it where you can, train tier 9 troops and then upgrade them to tier 10. And for the most part, that does work. If you've had T9 trained up before KVK, so you can prep that by just training T9 troops from the moment KVK ends to the time you get to troop day, and then just promote all of those T9 troops to T10 on KVK day. The reason I say this is because I'm actually training right now. But if you come in here and you go to train a T9 troop, and you just look at how long it takes to train one T9 troop, how much resources it costs, things like that, you're actually going to save about 1 second per troop by promoting those T9s to T10s rather than just training T10s. It's not a lot of time saved, but when you think about, tens of thousands of troops, that's tens of thousands of seconds saved. So, a couple hundred minutes. So it's definitely worthwhile to consider because it'll save you a couple speed ups when doing that. And the main reason for people trying to get high ranking in KVK is not these here. It's this here. You can get 400 of your Alcar shards and 6 Lions of Glory for getting first place. but just placing in the top 20 will get you at least one of these Lions of Glory. So you definitely want to try to place top 20 if you can, and save up to do so. If you look over at our current rankings, top 20 right now is only 9 million points. That's actually not hard to get. A lot of people can get, 20 to 50 million on Troop Day alone, just by spending a bunch of speed ups. I got half that many points, and I literally haven't spent any of my resources yet, except for like one Governor Gear charm upgrade. So it's just waiting to see if I need to use any of my resources, and I'll probably use some on Troop Day, and I'll probably use some more again on Day 5 if we need them. I tend to wait until the last 2 days because this point gap right here, you're looking at total points, not to today's points. But for the total points, we're currently about 100 million points ahead of them. One big whale could bridge that gap, but it's probably not likely. Second. Sorry about that. Anyway, so that's pretty much KVK. You're just trying to get enough preparation phase points to be in the lead for your state. Right now we're winning, and if I look at the total points for our state in general, none of our big whales are in any of the top 10. We're all kind of saving and not really spending a bunch of our stuff yet. Part of that is because we don't have any building or research stuff we can do. So these first 2 days, we don't have a whole lot we can spend. And for people like Ryan, most of the Governor Gear and charms are already upgraded, so there's not much they can do there. So a lot of those points are for people like them and me are going to come on Day 4 when we can do troop training. And you can see, it's basically none of our top 5 are really in the top 100. At least most of us. I think Ryan probably did some charm upgrades, or maybe he did a little bit more of his War Academy, possibly getting more T11 troops or whatever today. Because you can get a lot of points for doing this particular research here. I mean, that's 2,200 true gold dust. That's a lot of points. And then it's 52 days of research. So if you speed up all of that and spend all of that true gold dust, that's a lot of points you can get for one research, basically. Anyway, so that's KVK for the prep phase anyway. If you feel like you have any questions or want to talk more about that, you can always DM me. I will say that KVK prep does not start on KVK prep day. It starts on that day if you're a whale for the most part, because whales will spend to get where they want to go. KVK prep day starts pretty much as soon as KVK ends. You want to save up all of your resources. You want to make sure you have speed ups, true gold dust and stuff like that to spend. Shit. All the time in these videos. I'm so sorry. That's my narcolepsy stuff. Anyway, so you can see I have 3,000 dust saved up. It's enough to do one of these. I'm always redeeming the things here so that I can keep it, up to date. And I don't really spend anything. Like you can see, I don't even have the commission pack bought right now. So it's you really just need to kind of save up stuff and then build as you go. I actually did a lot of this stuff kind of gradually. I'm just getting all of the cheaper ones out of the way. This is 118 true gold dust. That's not even anything to spend. So I'm trying to get to these higher cost ones. And then once I get there, I'll probably do all of these on a KVK where I really want to try to get high points. But for now, I'm just trying to make sure I spend enough to get all of my chests over here. You want to get all of these chests, you want to get all of these medals. And then if you're losing the preparation phase, you can go a little bit more aggressive into your spending of resources. But you can even save during KVK. As long as your team is winning, your team is your state in this particular event, you don't have to go too hard at spending, and you can always put more resources into later events. I think because we're not super far apart, I think day 4 is going to be a big day between our two states. Because there's not even too many of their bigger people that are currently on the leaderboards up high. Damn. So Ryan was just 40 something and he's 8 now. So he's definitely doing some research stuff today. Probably getting some tier 11 troops done. Anyway, so that's pretty much how you do KVK prep. If you feel like you learned something, go ahead and like and subscribe.